The Rantau Abang Turtle Conservation and Information Centre (TCIC) is strategically located along the coastal road of Rantau Abang in Dungun, Terengganu. The beach area under the centre's jurisdiction stretches for 14 kilometres, spanning from Kampung Jambu Bongkok to Kampung Sungai Kuala Abang. This beach serves as a nesting ground for several turtle species, including leatherback turtles, green turtles, and hawksbill turtles. On average, the area records between 70 to 80 turtle nests annually. The centre plays a vital role in coordination turtle conservation activities not only within Rantau Abang but also across the entire state of Terengganu. To date, the centre has successfully released over 100,000 hatchlings into the sea through organised incubation and release initiative. The Rantau Abang TCIC is open to the public daily from 8 AM to 5 PM, excluding public holidays such as Hari Raya Aidilfitri and Hari Raya Aidil Adha. What is NGO? NGO is an organisation with a specific mission that functions independently of government authority, aiming to address social, humanitarian, or environmental concerns. Although typically non-profit, NGO often receive financial support from multiple sources, such as government grants, private donors, and global institutions. There are several NGO benefits. Firstly, job creation, employ local as patrollers, hatchery staff, and eco-tourism guides. Second, community training. Educate youth on conservation, marine ecosystem, and sustainability. Thirdly, support for local business. Encourage homestays, food stall, and handicraft sales. Lastly, empowerment and awareness with a local ownership in environmental protection. TCIC objective for environmental is protect and strengthen baby turtle before ocean release, increase survival rates for endangered species like leatherback, green, also hawksbill, for societal, create job opportunities for patrollers, guides, also hatchery staff, support local ecotourism and sustainable income. For individual, is provide education and conservation training, empower locals with eco skill and awareness. NGO roles in community, firstly, creates job, support conservation based on employment. Secondly, educate locals, which is run awareness and training programs. Thirdly, boost entrepreneurship, which is promote homestays, craft, also food service. Lastly, inspire youth. It is built for future conservation leaders.
Up next is the turtle pond cleaning activity at the Rantau Abang Turtle Conservation Centre. This activity plays a big role in keeping the turtle pond clean and safe, especially for turtles that are sick or under observation. Usually, the staff take care of this task, but during volunteer programs, students and local residents also lend a hand. The cleaning involves removing algae, scrubbing turtle shells, and clearing out waste to make sure the water stays healthy for the turtles. It's not just about cleaning, it's also about great learning experience. Volunteers pick up a real conservation skill, learn about teamwork and hygiene, and even gain knowledge that could help in future careers. At the same time, this activity helps build a stronger community, it encourages better habits and raises awareness about how important it is to protect our environment. So in the end, it's not just about turtles who benefits, but people and nature too.
Rantau Abang Turtle Conservation and Information Centre has provided awareness and education talk as a step in turtle conservation and preservation. Therefore, the centre will cover awareness campaigns and educational programs filled with talks on current issues facing marine habitats, especially turtles. They will provide various information on the importance of preserving turtle habitats, steps to prevent turtle extinction, and they will also provide interesting facts about turtles so that the public can increase their knowledge about this marine habitat. It can give awareness on maintaining ecosystems to have a safe life and provide opportunities for children to be more knowledgeable and also develop interest to youngsters to work in
Now I'm going to talk about the strength. First, the centre has high tourist potential. It is known as a top spot for ecotourism, where people can experience something rare, like watching turtle lay eggs in their natural habitat. Visitors also enjoy hands-on hand activities like releasing baby turtles and learning at the hatchery. Its location near the beach make it perfect for families and students that love to watch scenery, and also the visitors. Plus, the centre serves both as an educational hub and also conservation site. A big bonus is the student volunteer program not only help the turtles but also raise awareness among the young generation about what to do and what not to do to protect the endangered turtle. Next, job opportunities. The centre creates jobs for those who are passionate about environment, like monitoring nests of the turtle, caring for hatchling, and also managing hatcheries. It also runs outreach programs such as stock and clean up. So, for those who are interested, they can try to apply at the centre. For students or fresh grads, it is a great place to do intern or volunteer and gain a real-world experience in conservation and ecotourism before they get their own permanent job. Talk about the witness. One major witness is that the center runs seasonally. It is mostly active during turtle nesting season from June to August, but it likely depends on the weather and also the temperature. During the off-season, there are fewer visitors, fewer activities, and fewer jobs opportunities, which affects the local economy. The reduced engagement makes it harder to the community to keep involved in year-round. Another issue is that local may lose interest. If the center keeps repeating the same programs, people, especially the youngsters, might stop participating. Also, if activities are designed more for tourists rather than the locals, the community might feel ignored and excluded. Without their active involvement, it is harder to keep the center's mission to be strong in the long run.
Next, I will be presenting about the opportunities for Abang Rantau Turtle Conservation and Information Center. My first point is that the center allows growth for ecotourism. Ecotourism is essential as the current global trend strongly supports sustainable development. With this in mind, the center can attract both international and local tourists as people are more interested to visit destinations that can contribute to the welfare of the environment. This would help boost the number of visitors in Terengganu and simultaneously benefit the local community. Since the visitors will need to spend their money on food, transportation, and accommodation, the locals can generate additional income by providing such services. In doing so, it would help local businesses to thrive. Moving on to my second point, which is collaboration with academic institutions. This opportunity will allow the center to grow its capability. By collaborating with local universities and schools, the center will receive access to additional funding from research grants and government-supported educational initiatives, in which these funds can be used to support infrastructure upgrades and improve the current educational exhibits. This would enhance the experience of visitors and provides a new employment opportunity for the local community. Moreover, the involvement of researchers and students from the academic institution can provide the center with a steady stream of volunteers, thus reducing the dependence on season-based tourism and expand the center voluntary programs. Continuing on, I will talk about the threats faced by Abang Rantau Turtle Conservation and Information Center. Firstly, funding constraints, which is one of its biggest threats. Like many non-profit environmental organizations, the center relies heavily on government allocations, public donations, and occasional corporate sponsorship to operate. This led to a budget limitations for critical aspects of the center, such as hiring new staffs and purchase of new equipment. Lack of funds makes it difficult for the center to hire new staffs with the expertise needed to continue the conservation effort more effectively. Thus, the center often hires part-time workers to reduce the cost of operation. Moreover, lack of new equipment which are essential causes the center to use old and outdated equipment. Equipment such as old brooms and rusted tools are used to maintain the turtle pools, beach areas, and the informative gallery. This could affect tourist impression towards the center. Thus, it is important for efforts to be made to ensure that the center receives sufficient funds to maintain its operation. Secondly, the threats faced by the center is tourism pressure. While tourism brings valuable attention and funding to Rantau Abang Turtle Conservation and Information Center, uncontrolled or excessive tourism can also pose a major threat. One of its main concerns is the disturbance to conservation efforts. This disturbance not only affects the natural behavior of turtles but also disrupts the center's ability to carry out essential conservation tasks effectively. Tourists may unintentionally get in the way of staff and volunteers during sensitive work such as relocating nests, caring for hatchlings, or cleaning turtle pools. Moreover, an increase in the number of tourists may cause unwanted environmental pollution as tourists frequently leave behind plastic bags, food wrappers, drink cans, and cigarette butts on the beach, which can pollute turtle nesting areas and cleanliness of the beach. Overcrowding is also of concern as it can lead to limited space in galleries or viewing areas, which can lead to discomfort for visitors. Therefore, sustainable tourism practice must be enforced by the center to protect the turtles, preserve the environment, and ensure long-term success of conservation efforts.
Now we jump into the recommendation. To reach more people, especially those who can't visit in person, the center should go digital. First, a simple and user-friendly website can be created. This website can share updates about turtle nesting, education on conservation, and ways the public can donate or get involved. A blog section can also be included to feature stories from staff, volunteer, or even the student intern. Next, social media platforms can be used, like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook should be used actively. This platform are great for sharing videos, photos, and also important news about the center. A small media team can be created and help to manage the content and make creative fun posts. For example, they can share before and after videos of beach clean-ups or stories of rescued turtle by using colorful way.
Next, the center can enhance its facility. This is to attract more visitors to come visit, thereby boosting the economy of the local community. There are several aspects that can be improved by the centre in terms of its facilities. One of the suggestions is to incorporate eco-friendly infrastructure. This can be made possible through the use of solar energy. It is recommended that the centre install solar panels which can be used to power the lights, water filtration for turtle pools, fans in the gallery, and office equipment. This method can reduce the long-term energy cost of the centre. Moreover, the use of sustainable materials in future renovations is also recommended, as it blends naturally with the surrounding habitat, minimizing visual pollution, while also attract support from environmental NGOs. The centre could also add more recycle bins around the beach area to reduce littering and promotes responsible waste disposal for both the locals and tourists. The turtle habitat is also in need of attention from the centre, as it is the main source of tourist attraction. Initiative to renovate and enlarge the turtle pools can be implemented. This is to ensure that the turtle is better taken care of and able to move around more freely. In addition, protection from external threats is also crucial. The use of fences can be implemented to prevent the turtles or hatchling from being exposed to threats that can endanger their lives. Lastly, the enclosures designed for the turtles can be replicated to closely resemble its natural condition. In this way, it can promote the visitors' understanding of the turtle's natural environment.
Volunteer programs like those at the Rantau Abang Conservation Centre benefit the community by promoting environmental awareness, encouraging cleanliness, and inspiring interest in marine science through educational talks. They also help shape responsible and knowledgeable individuals while supporting local development.